Well, this could be, there we go. There's a second. Just to be clear, I need the emoji hands up. And once we've finished, if we haven't got enough hands up, we'll obviously conclude the press conference. So if you'd like to ask something, now's the time to put your hand up, please. But at the moment, we have Carl Markham as the only person with something to ask. Carl.
Hi, Jurgen.
Hi, Carl.
What's the feeling after that? Frustration that you didn't get 3 points? Relief that you got one in the end?
Yeah, I cannot change it now. It feels like a defeat. I know it's not a defeat. It's a deserved point for Brighton, obviously, for different reasons, unnecessary. Because in our good moments, we were really good. So we showed how you have to play against Brighton. But then with not playing enough football anymore, we open the door for them. So the best way to defend Brighton is actually to have the ball yourself. And that's what we didn't do for long enough. And that's why we scored 2 goals, which were incredible. And especially the 2 goals which were disallowed were absolutely incredible. Sadio's second goal was my favorite goal of all 6 years, probably in Liverpool, because how we put them under pressure there was just insane and unlucky, but with a probably handball then. But when they scored their goal, not sure was the cross or not, who cares, the ball is in. And we didn't play enough football anymore. That's and not the right football. So we attacked, obviously, in our good moments, the center of Brighton, which is the way you have to do it. And we didn't do that then anymore. So we slowed the game down in the wrong moments. We didn't show enough initiative in other moments. And that's then just not good enough. I think after Moore's goal in the second half, which was disallowed, I can't remember a lot. Maybe the last 4 or 5 minutes, we were a bit more on the front foot again. But apart from that, we just tried to calm the game down when we had the ball and defended them when they had the ball, and they scored a wonderful second goal. And that's why they deserve a point.
Thanks, Carl. We've got in order Paul Joyce, Ron Walker, and Killian O'Neill. And Paul first.
Yeah, you said after a couple of games this season that the defending's not been what you want, and the structure of the team hasn't quite been right. What do you need to improve in terms of the team's defensive play?
There are different things. It's not always the same, obviously. So I know when we talk now about defending and the whole football world, that's why I'm pretty well-paid coach. I don't discuss it on that level. It's not only last line. It's not a centre half. It's that. It's a common thing. Today we didn't defend the half spaces right anymore. So that was our problem there. And with the way Brighton plays, because they are. I think I heard the word adventurous today a few times. Probably that's the right thing to do. They are pretty on the front foot in these moments. If you don't defend the half space as well, then the last line has to drop a little bit, which makes no sense because they play between the line and all this kind of stuff. And all of a sudden, it's then not to defend anymore. That's how it is. And I know it's now I speak about Brighton, and because the world is a bit strange, people just still don't respect the quality they have. They might not win, 35 games a season, but they give 38 times each team a proper game, definitely, because the things they do, the penalties they have, they are really good. But again, that's their quality. Our quality should have been today. And the best way to defend them would have been to have the ball and to do smart or clever stuff with it. And that's what we didn't do often enough. And that's why we opened pretty much the door for them coming back into the game. And now we pay the price for it. That's how it is.
Okay, thanks, Paul. Ron, and then to Kahim.
Hi, Jurgen. You said you stopped playing football and that you opened the door for Brighton. Why do you think that happened?
It's now a bit quick after the game to say that immediately. So I think it's not nice to know how good Brighton is and then score 2 goals which are disallowed. And I think I didn't see it back. I think it was probably close. So the way Sadio celebrated, he knows that handball is obviously will be a disallowed goal. So I don't think he had it in mind that it could be disallowed. And the second goal or the Mo's goal, then that was incredible play. Wow. So and then don't get that, and it's like, okay, we have obviously much more games than Brighton, all these kind of things. They played during the week as well, of course, but we all had a lot of changes. So it's just I could see second half. I was not overly happy with body language of some, and that's then obviously never helpful. But you can get through these periods in a game, just not against Brighton. So because they were here to get a result, and they got a result, and they deserve it, and that's it.
Okay, last couple of questions here, Killian.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
Bit of feedback there, sorry.
If you ask it, I'll be able to
Understand it.
Yeah. I think there's a few with the sound on around you, but go on, ask away.
Yeah, I was just wondering about Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's performance. What you made of it. Obviously, in the second half, you seem to move to the left of midfield.
There we go. I think just because of the feedback, it's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and what you made of his performance, and he seemed to move to the left-hand side of midfield more in the second period, I think. Is that fair summation?
Oh, yeah. We changed system second half at a specific point. We couldn't defend the width anymore. Obviously, we tried to fix that with changing to a 4-4-2. That's what was Oxlade to go to the left wing and Sadio to right. Apart from that, obviously, he set up the second goal, Sadio's goal, with a nice cross. And that's it. And then he was part of the bunch, playing more or less yes or no. So we all can play better football, like Ox can play better football. But anyhow, it's good. He played, 70 minutes roundabout, and that's good for him. So had now during the week 90, today 70. So now let's see how he can recover and what we can do with that on Wednesday.
Great stuff. Dave Maddock, possibly to finish. If not, then Neil Jones. Go on, Dave. Over to you.
Jurgen, just two things. One just on Graham Potter. His side were brave at 2-0 down to keep to their game plan and play the way that they did in the second half. I think they played really well. Do you think that, he as a coach has the ability to progress, to go even further? Obviously he's taken Brighton a long way, but do you think he can go even further?
Yes, all you need. It's definitely all you need. I don't know Graham now too well. Obviously, I think what I can say is an absolutely nice fella, and what I then can say is his team mirrors his ability. So, and that's really good. He has obviously clarity about football and he's doing a brilliant job. I don't want to talk now the coach of Brighton away to some other clubs, but it's yes, I think he should not worry about his future. But again, I don't want to take anything away of Brighton, really not. I respect a lot what they did, but today was the day where we could have given them a proper knock, and we didn't do. Because that's what. So I don't like a draw at home at all, but I'm not that guy that says it's not possible to draw against Brighton. No. But my disappointment is because I know we could have. Today was the day where we could have given them a proper one, and we didn't do. And that's the frustration. And then we talk maybe differently, but that doesn't say anything bad about Graham Potter, because the way they play is really good. But against us, it should have been not enough today, but it was because of us.
Okay. And then
Jurgen, and also you did speak up then about body language and maybe the defensive line dropping too deep. There was a moment in the second half when you had a bit of an exchange with Virgil. Was that over the gaps between the defence and the midfield?
Don't know 100%. We have quite a lot of times conversations. So there's never one explanation. You cannot make now a massive story of that, because the thing is, I said before, we didn't defend the half spaces right. That's the problem. And when the guy on the ball is not under pressure, you can't have a high last line. So then the last line drops in that moment, and then all of a sudden we put pressure on it, and then they have to push up again. So these kind of things, we have clear rules, clear moments for when we do what. It's not an easy one. So it's not, but that was not about a specific thing. It's just we really, really, really have. Now I know it. That was a situation when Marchi was pretty much a bit the only player up front for Brighton, and yes, and Virgil was too far away. Yeah, in that moment it was about that, definitely. But yeah, that's a normal call, coach-player talk.
And this is the final one. I can't promote Neil, but they're asking for an update on Naby Keita. What was the issue as far as just to finish?
Yeah, he showed me the hamstring, and other people told me it's hamstring. I cannot say more.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Safe journey home.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.